And it's like, I just want to get in there and make them wait another hour walk.
All right, thank you all. At this time, we're going to open up agenda review. It is Thursday, August 24th, 2023. We are now conducting an agenda review for the August 31st, 2023 business session. This time, I'd ask the clerk to call the roll.
Commissioner Fast.
Aye.
Commissioner Myers.
Myers, aye.
Commissioner O'Hara. Here. Commissioner Hanslick.
Hanslick here.
Commissioner Ashcraft.
Here.
Commissioner Allenbrand.
Allenbrand, aye.
And Chairman Kelly.
Aye, all are present. At this time, I'd ask the board's approval to take some items out of order because we have some outside guests here. So without objection, let's have the clerk please read item number 8 into the record.
Resolution number 071-23, consider approving the fiscal year 2024 budget for the Johnson County Fire District Number 1 and adopting resolution number 071-23.
Ted Clements from the Budget and Financial Planning is here. Ted, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Chairman and Commissioners. This is the statutorily required budget approval for 2024 Fire District Number 1, and their board approved their budget this week. I am now going to turn it over to Chief Morley to provide any comments and answer any questions. Next week, there will be a PowerPoint presentation provided by Chief Morley, and the detailed documents for all the districts will be provided to you shortly.
Thank you, Ted. Chief Morley, good afternoon.
Commissioner Trick Morley, Fire District Number 1, serving as the interim fire chief. As Ted indicated, we'll have our PowerPoint presentation prepared for next week and ready to present. So just glad to be here today for the agenda review, and we can stand for any questions.
Commissioner Allenbrand.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and Chief Morley, thank you for being here, and thank you, all three of you, for taking time out of your busy day. I do have some questions that were asked of me from constituents, and I'd just like to give them to you so that you can get them answered. So when you do your presentation, you can see if those questions, and I can also send them to you.
Okay.
So one of them is at the last fire district budget meeting, there was 500,000 over the budget for 2023. Is that correct, and is that going to be addressed?
Those comments were, one of our fire board members was kind of projecting out.
Okay.
At this point, no, those numbers are not correct.
Okay, so if
And-
you don't mind making sure that when you come to get that answered. And so that was the other question, what's causing the district to be over the budget? And I think you'll address that with your points. Do you anticipate coming back with a budget amendment for this year's budget like last year?
Yes, ma'am.
So you do predict you'll come back again after this?
Yes, we believe that we will, we are working through the 2024 proposed budget process. In September, we'll start the conversations with our fire board on the current budget status and a plan to move forward for the rest of the 2023 budget year.
And I just want to clarify to make sure, because last year, about mid, some of the requirements, some of the forms didn't go through the state, and there was an overture. And I just want to make sure that the budget you're bringing forward, that you won't come back mid-year for a budget increase.
Yes, ma'am. For our 2024 preparation, we have taken advantage of the offer that was made to us to utilize the staff here at the budgeting office. And as I stated to our fire board, the 2024 budget that we're proposing is going to be the most well-prepared budget that the fire district has ever produced.
Okay. And is there going to be any overages and a negative effect? We heard from Fire 2 today, and so, with their budget, and it's very close, but just to make sure that there's no negative effect on that contract as well. So I just wanted to give you those questions that I've received from constituents, some that I had as well, and answering to my fellow commissioners. So, and I will email you a list of my questions so that when you come in next week, I want to make sure that you're prepared and no surprises.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Commissioner Ashcraft.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Chief Morley, have we met?
No, sir. This is, well, we might have met briefly. I've been serving in this interim role for not quite 2 months yet, and this is my first time being in front of the commission.
Well, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Yes, traditionally, we find it helpful to have the information at the agenda review session to help with preparatory questions. I do look forward to your presentation. I will have questions, I'm sure, next week, but if it's possible to visit before that, after I get your material, that would be helpful. You've sat through some of my tirade earlier this morning. I will be asking about the consolidation effort and the budget effort. And Commissioner Allenbrand, thank you for the question about the 500,000. Some clarification on that, because I've heard that floating out there, and it's a nice round number, and I just, I'd like to know what that means. So if you could, and I believe staff is preparing or has prepared some comparable information, historical information. Ms. Symes, has that been forwarded to commissioners yet? Okay, thank you. That's all I have, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Chief, one question I had is, how are you addressing pay increases within your budget?
Pay increases are definitely a challenge for us. We're trying to stay competitive in the market, just like most other agencies in the county. We are, under this proposed 2024 budget, looking at a 10% increase for all of our line personnel that are the rank of captain and below. For personnel that are above that, it would not be a 10% increase, and that number fluctuates just a little bit, around 8%.
Will that be part of the presentation next week?
Yes, sir.
Commissioner Ashcraft?
May I follow on to your question? So have you all conducted a market study to come up with those amounts, or did you consult with county staff or someone to come up with those amounts?
The way that we gathered that information is we reached out to all of the local fire jurisdictions. The fire service community in Johnson County does a really good job of pulling that data together. Actually, we're in the process of participating in a study that the City of Olathe Fire Department is conducting. We've provided them with our current information and our proposed information. We also got a lot of the information from the other municipalities in the county to arrive at our number for the salary increases.
Very good. One follow-on to directive staff. I don't know if Mr. Christensen is here, but I was wondering, has staff looked at that methodology and are comfortable with it?
I don't think he's in here, and I don't know if there's other staff that know that answer.
Well, by next week.
Okay,
That may be a question.
certainly willing to.
Thank you.
Okay, look forward to discussing that and other items with you next week. Thanks for your patience with us today.
Yep, thank you.
Appreciate your time. Thanks for coming. We'll see this item on action next week. And then Chief Francis is here, so let's take item number 9 as well at this time. If the clerk would read item 9 into the record.
Resolution number 070-23, consider approving the fiscal year 2024 budget for Johnson County Fire District Number 2 and adopting resolution number 070-23.
Ted Clemens, again, Senior Budget Analyst. Mr. Clemens.
Thank you, Chairman and Commissioners. This is the statutorily required budget approval for Fire District Number 2 by this board. Jim Francis is present, and he can answer any additional questions. Similar to the other districts, he'll be here next week with the PowerPoint presentation. And although you've generally seen the detailed documents for Fire District Number 2 because you sit as their board, my understanding is those documents for all districts will be provided Friday, hopefully. And I'll turn it over to Jim.
Commissioner Allenbrand.
I know Chief Francis is coming up, but he's been before us several times already, and I know that it's so very detailed, and I don't know what more you can offer, but
I don't have much more to add right now. You will have additional information
saying.
next week that you'll have access to on Friday.
And Chief, the same question I asked Chief Morley about addressing pay increases within your budget. if that could be part of your presentation, if you'd like. I know we talked a little bit about
It is. The impact to the contract with District 1 and Overland Park, well, that'll be part of the presentation.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Any further questions? We'll see it on action next week. Just having fun with it. We have to have a little bit of a smile. With that, we're going to go ahead and recess at this time, correct? We'll take a, can we do 30 minutes or do we need 45?
30 minutes works for me.
We'll see everybody.
Whether or not the restaurant across the street's open.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed. We'll see you at 1:15. We're in recess. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.